Welcome back to Harlem fucking Globetrotters here with Paris Saint-Germain. We are just about to go into January 2022. We are going to have a little bit of a transfer special today. Before we get into that, at the start of our first transfer window where we can actually make some signings, if we just look at the table here, we can see we are 2 points clear of Monaco. They, of course, beat us at home in the last episode. Since then, we have recovered to finish the year well. And you can see here, looking at the stats, that right now, Mauro Icardi is way out in front as the top scorer in the league. He has 23 goals this season, all of those coming in League One. A little bit concerning that he hasn't managed to score in the Champions League yet, but he is the outstanding goal scorer in the league. And if we look at average ratings, Mauro Icardi is in second place and Lionel Messi in third place. The two of them having a great season for us. And it's this man, Stephy Mavididi, who is the league's best player, the Englishman at Montpellier. Not sure if he would really be good enough for our team, but he is having a great season, has 14 goals in 20 games. If we just get a scout report on him, try and find out really how much potential he has. At 23 years old, he might already be at his peak. But if we look at Icardi, he is doing absolutely fantastic in the league. As we say, unfortunately, all of his goals have come in the league. He's got 23 in 19, absolutely killing it. But he has failed to score in 5 Champions League games. That is concerning. We need him to be the player that can do it on the big stage. So far in the Champions League, against not elite opposition, he hasn't managed it. Messi also having a very good season, as we said. Of course, with his age, he's starting to lose some of his ability, particularly his physical attributes, but still very, very good. He has 11 in 19 this season. He's our second top scorer, and 8 of those coming in 14 league games. In the Champions League, he's got 3 and 5. So a lot more consistent on the big stage, perhaps, Lionel Messi. But that is how we're looking in the league as we go into January. If we look at our schedule, we now have Bastia at home in the 10th round of the French Cup. So this is going to be a good chance for us to just play some of our fringe players and get some players back up to fitness before we go into our next league game after the winter break against Lyon. This is going to be a huge game. Lyon are very much the form team in the league. If we take a look at them, they let's have a look at landmarks. I think we should see, okay, not landmarks. Let's have a look at managers. So Remy Gard has been in charge just for the last 2 months. Peter Bosz was sacked. They were on a pretty poor run in the league. I did say earlier in the season that I felt that they were going to be our main challengers in the league. That wasn't really happening. They were outside of the European places. But Remy Gard has come in, and they are now possibly the form team in the league. If we have a look at how their results have been going of late, they're although they haven't done so well in the Europa League, you can see there they have picked up their form somewhat in the last few games, and they are up into 6th place in the league. Their last game they beat Lille, a couple of games ago they beat Lille, who are obviously the reigning champions, and that's really got them a little bit closer to fighting it out for Champions League places next season. So they are not on a bad run. If we have a look here, after we lost to Monaco, the players did respond. We played a rotated team in the French Cup. For some reason, we were playing the 9th round before the 10th round. Have to report that one to SI. And you can see here, We did play a rotated team. We played Neymar to get him some match fitness. Mbappe, as he had been largely coming off the bench in the league and the Champions League, he got a start, and he was the star of this game. Troyes are a Ligue team. They're kind of around mid-table at the moment, so this wasn't necessarily an easy game, but we absolutely dominated. Mbappe scored the winning goal, and he also had 2 disallowed for offside, so it could have been a lot more. Again, the same old story for us, lots of shots, not enough finding the back of the net, but it was a pleasing performance with a rotated team. And again, the midfield of Herrera and Gay just perhaps giving us a little bit more control defensively, not allowing teams to get in behind them and attack our defenders. So this was a good game to recover with after that Monaco defeat. And then we went away to Lyon, and as you can see, we had a very nice 5-0 win, just what we needed after the Monaco defeat, after our first defeat of the season. Here you can see Icardi got 2 more, Messi got 2. Messi actually went to play as an advanced forward at the end of the game. The last kind of 15 minutes, Icardi picked up an injury, so Messi went as advanced forward and performed very, very well. Mbappe came off the bench and got 2 assists, which was also really, really pleasing to see. And Di Maria scored the other. Now, in terms of Mbappe, as we say, he has made his decision that he wants to leave. We have really tried to get a fee for him before the end of the January window. At the moment, there have been absolutely no takers. You can see here on our last offer, we offered him out for 28 million. There was still no offers. Suppose I'm going to raise this just in case we perhaps get an offer during the transfer window, but I don't think we will. I think teams feel that his wages are too much. You can see Atletico, Barcelona, and Real Madrid all want him, but the wages are a stumbling block, so they're obviously going to wait until they can offer him a contract in this January window. But we have not managed to get any offers. He's on £425,000 a week. But I've kind of accepted now that if I can't get more than 30 million, I think I'd rather just keep him, let him run his contract out. And he is actually on really good form the last few games. He scored in the French Cup, 2 assists coming off the bench in the league. He's actually performing better than Neymar. I think he's starting to look like our better option on the left wing. So, as I say, if somebody does come in for him during the transfer window with a fee, we would let him go. But otherwise, we're going to be happy to keep him. We're not going to let him move on for peanuts. Again, a good strong finish to the year there. That kind of sets us up to hopefully now put that defeat behind us and push on. You can see during January we've got 2 league games at home, 1 away to Lyon, and we then in February go away to Lille. So I think what we're going to do for this episode, we're going to concentrate more on the transfers. We will watch the Lyon game because that is a really important game now. But then the following episode will be against Lille in the league, and then Club Brugge in the first knockout round of the Champions League. We've had a really favourable draw here. Club Brugge, I fancy our chances to go through to the quarterfinals. See, they're the big games of this first knockout round. Manchester United against Inter, Barcelona against Manchester City. And Real Madrid against Chelsea as well. So with those games, we know that there's going to be some big names leaving the competition. Hopefully that gives us a really good chance of making the semi-final, which is what the board want from us. And let's just really see if we can push on now for the rest of the season. In terms of transfers, let's have a look at what's going on here. You can see we have got a couple of offers on for players. We're trying to get hold of Nicolas Soulé. I see him as a really, really good right back option for us. Hakimi has been playing very, very well. He's much more of an attacking option. Sule is a much more rounded player. If we compare him with Hakimi here, let's see if we can find Hakimi. I can't see him anywhere. There he is. If we compare the two, they're very different players. Sule much, much better defensively. Hakimi much better in terms of his speed and his attacking ability. So two very different options, but also very similar. I think Sule is slightly the better player, and with that better defensive ability, I think would be a good option for us. We've bid 5 million for him. He is out of contract in the summer, so we have bid for him, but he's also got offers from a number of other clubs. If we have a look there, we can see that we are the only team that has offered a fee for him. So if he wants to move now, hopefully he'll come to us. But there are obviously some of Europe's biggest clubs that have put in an end of contract bid for him. So we will be seeing over the course of this January window if he chooses to come to us now, or if he goes to one of them at the end of his contract. And with those other teams, particularly Chelsea and Liverpool being Premier League teams, maybe might be tempted by the better league in the same way that Mbappe wants to leave us to go to a better league. We also have, we're actually right at the point of confirming this, we have put a £2.2 million bid in for Isco. I see him as a good option as the attacking midfielder. He's not going to be a starter probably, but certainly a good option for us. And if we compare him to Julian Draxler, who has generally been the player that's played the backup number 10, you can see there's really not much comparison here. Draxler is the better athlete with his physical attributes, but Isco is much, much better technically and mentally. A really good creative option, I think, for 2.2 million, and it's an absolute no-brainer from Real Madrid. So we're going to bring him in. And then we also have other players that we have offered a contract to. If we look, first of all, I'm sure I'm going to say this wrong, Simi Vrsaljko, right back from Atletico Madrid. Again, very similar to Hakimi, a good solid right back. We're going to see if he accepts our offer. We're the only club that's bid for him, so I think he's going to accept our end of contract offer for the summer. We will see if we get Sule. If we get Sule, I don't think we're necessarily going to need him, but we've got a bid in for him right there. Very good option on a free transfer. And then the big one here is Paulo Dybala, who is going out of contract for Juventus. I was seeing if we could get a fee for Mbappe. If we could have got a fee for Mbappe and sold him on in January, Dybala was the player that I was looking to bring in his place. He's available, you can see there, for 25 million. It's money that we did have if we didn't sign anybody else. But as Mbappe is looking like staying, we have put in an end of contract bid. If we look here, again, Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester City have all bid for him. I'm a little worried. I think he's probably going to want to go to one of those ahead of us, but we've got a bid in for him. To try and swing the deal, we have offered him 40% of any future fee. So if we were to sell him, he would get 40% of the fee. Hopefully that's going to convince him to come to us above those other clubs. He would just be an awesome player, awesome option to have as an attacking midfielder or as a striker. I think we have better players with better mental attributes, but technically absolutely superb. Certainly an elite player, 11 and 21 in Serie A. So again, we're going to see over the course of this January window if he accepts coming to us. Outside of that, we can't really do too much at the moment. You can see here with the money we have committed to Sule and our other transfers, we only have 11 million left in the transfer budget for this window. It was at about 35 million, but we were well over our wage budget. So I had to move some to the wage budget. It knocked us down to about 24 million on our transfer budget. So a lot of that is going out on Isco and on Sule if they come to us. But so that's why we're really just focused on those players that are transfer listed, that are going out of contract, and the free transfers for the summer. But if we can get these guys, with us losing Mbappe, it's going to give us a lot of money freed up, hopefully to have a good spend in the summer. We do have to watch the wage budget because we're actually way over what we're budgeted by the French Ligue 1. I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the season if we're over that budget, if we're perhaps going to get a fine or possibly dock points, or if we're not going to be allowed to register players. But so we've got to watch that as well. There's a few different things going on. I have offered out Keylor Navas for transfer. We've got Sergio Rico as a backup goalkeeper. So I want to see if I can get any takers for Navas. He's 35 now. He's on nearly 200,000 a week, so I don't think anybody is going to want him. But if we could get him off the wage budget, that would be fantastic. And then in terms of other players that we've offered out, we've also offered out Julian Draxler. With Isco coming in, he's kind of not really needed. Probably left wing would be the only other place I would play him. He doesn't earn much, 59,000 a week, but he's worth 20 million. He's not going to play much with Isco coming in. So again, if we could move him on and just get a little bit of money into the bank, that would really help. If we can also get a fee, or if we can also bring in Sule, then that gives us the option of looking to move on Thilo Kehrer. Again, he's on 81,000 a week. He's really just playing as backup to Hakimi at the moment. He's not really going to play anywhere else with the players that we've got. So again, would be good to move him on if we can get Sule in. But Hakimi and Idrissa Gueye are also going off to the African Cup of Nations. So we've also got to make sure we've got enough players to fill their positions. In midfield is not so much of a problem, but certainly at right back we do need cover. So if we just have a look here, let's confirm Isco's signing. We bought him in. We have also got, I think I'm going to cancel that. That's one of our performance analysis that we were looking to move out, but it's quite a big fee to move him on. And now you can see Keylor Navas is a little bit upset that we've offered him out. I'm going to tell him that we don't really need him and see how he responds to that. So I'm struggling to find a place for you in my team. I think it's fair to let you leave. It seems very short term, says the 35-year-old. Okay. So Leonardo's a bit worried about that. Navas, he's got influence in the dressing room, so that could have a negative effect on the group. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. Let's just see. We'll move on forward to the cup game here. Just got a few players coming up on our radar here from our scouts. Really just want to see what options are out there coming up to this transfer window. But it's very difficult because our squad is so strong. Obviously, got loads of world-class players. It's very difficult at the moment to find anyone that can come into this group without spending a huge amount of money, which we don't have in our transfer budget. So that's why we've kind of been looking at the free transfers and the transfer listed players, and then hopefully in the summer we'll get a good budget to really be able to strengthen the team. So we've really got to see how that goes. But right now, I'm kind of really happy with getting Isco in. I think it does add something in terms of backup that we didn't have. Draxler he's played well when he's come in this season. I think just to have someone with that little bit more world-class ability, such as Isco, is really going to give us a better option there as a creative midfielder. Of course, we started the season without a transfer window. We started with the real life squads, so we didn't have any transfers in the first window, just to start with as realistic a game as possible. So this is our first chance to make changes to the squad, try and strengthen certain areas. Certainly that right back area we really need and want to improve. So really right now it's just about seeing what options are out there. Let's send our assistant to do the pre-match press conference for the French Cup. I just really want to see if perhaps on the first day of the window here we can get any sort of confirmation from Soulé and from Dybala. So there's the Isco signing. It doesn't look as if we've got any confirmation on our transfers at the moment. We haven't had any offers for Navas or for Draxler. That's disappointing. We'll see what happens over the course of the window. We'll see if maybe there's any interest that we can develop there. It might be just simply a case of offering Navas out on a free transfer, maybe just to get his wages off the books. We could see if there's any takers there, but for right now, we're going to go forward to the cup game. We're going to play that cup game. We will be back as soon as there is any confirmation of the different transfer offers that we've got going on right now. Well, fantastic news here, 2nd of January, and Dybala has confirmed that he is going to join Paris Saint-Germain. Fantastic signing for next season. That is a real lift going into next season, knowing we're going to be without Mbappe. We have got a world-class replacement, maybe not a like-for-like replacement, but a world-class player to come in his place. Feel like it's a pretty good deal. 240,000 a week, which for a player of his quality, although he does have a 105,000 appearance fee, so it's really kind of 350,000 a week, but that is still almost half of what Mbappe is earning. So we are going to get that one accepted. Really pleasing. We're going to carry on now, and hopefully we will have some more positive news with the other offers that we've currently got on the table. Okay, well, we are back ready to face Lyon in Ligue 1, our first league game of the new year. No more transfer talk to speak of at the moment, apart from we have signed for next season Atletico Madrid's Croatian right back. I cannot pronounce his name, but you know the one I'm on about. He is confirmed. He's going to come in for next year. I wanted to wait to see what happens with Soulé, but I didn't have the option to delay the transfer. I wanted the option that if Soulé doesn't come, that I could sign him now, so that we've got cover for Hakimi while he's at the African Cup of Nations. But I wasn't given that option, so I went ahead and confirmed the signing. If Soulé comes as well, it means we're going to have 3 right backs next season, but we'll deal with that when we get there. He's a good signing to have for next season, good squad depth, but he doesn't help us right now. So as you can see, Thilo Kehrer is going to be playing right back today against Lyon. We are hopefully going to be all right with him. Just while we are here, we are going to just adjust his role to just a traditional fullback rather than a complete fullback. Just suits him a lot better. He's really a centre back who can play right back. Apart from that, we're also just coming off our last cup game. We won 3-1. Neymar I was going to drop for today in favour of Mbappe, but Mbappe had a poor game in the cup, whilst Neymar scored 2 and assisted 1. He assisted a corner for Sergio Ramos to score from a header, so that was really pleasing. Hopefully this can be the start of Neymar hitting some form for the season. I'm not really going to worry about showing you everything that's going on with Lyon. We looked at them earlier in the season. We know they're a good team. Let's see if we can really get our players up for this now. What do we want to tell the players here? Let's go with our assistant's recommendation and just go through the lines. Tell them we believe in them. We can believe they can make a difference. And this is going to be really, really important, as we said, in terms of putting the Monaco result behind us. We really want to try and start putting a new run together now. So you can see there, Dembele we know is a good player. Shaqiri, Lucas Paqueta, who didn't play against us in the first game. I think I'm right in saying that. We're going to see how our team goes here. I'm starting off with Messi in the number 10 role, with Di Maria as an inverted winger on the right. Just seeing if that gives us more balance in attack. I know we played that against Monaco and it didn't really work, but we're giving it a go here. If not, we will change Messi back out onto the wing and let Di Maria be that playmaker in the number 10 role. But let's see how things go here. Hopefully we can get up to a good start. Zicardi just linking play there. We have also, which I forgot to say, that's a great start. Is Icardi onside there? Is Icardi onside? The Lyon players protesting furiously. I really don't know. He was off. What a shame. What a shame. What a start that would have been. A wonderful ball in here from Gini Wijnaldum, and he is just offside. Probably about a foot offside. And we carry on. Well, the other issue that we have in terms of transfers, which I actually forgot to mention, is that Manchester City have bid for Paredes. It's worth around about 45 million. I don't really want to sell him because I don't have a suitable replacement lined up. But that deal is kind of on the plate at the moment. I think I'm going to cancel it. I don't see another midfield playmaker that we can get hold of easily enough, or even another general midfielder of the quality that we would need. And that really should have been a goal. That really should have been on target. We've had 2 good early chances here. It's a good strong start from us. Pleased with the start. Again, same old, 3 early chances, none on target. And now Lyon are starting to come into the game. I'm going to ignore these instructions. They're worried about Neymar being drawn out of position, but I do want Neymar tracking back on their fullback. And is that off the bar there? Really need to take some of these chances as they now have a free kick. Is this going to be allowed? Is this going to be allowed? That would be very disappointing to concede early on here. I think it has been allowed, hasn't it? We didn't actually properly see the decision, but it's been allowed. There's nothing wrong there. And what do we do now to counteract this? What can we change? It's a very even game. They do have those shots on target. You can see here our assistant has recommended hitting early crosses, just try and get in behind them a little bit earlier. I'm going to put pass into space as well, and just having us playing as wide as possible. But this is, if we were to lose a second game of the season here, this would be disappointing. And that would really put our league season in doubt again, where we were at one point looking very, very comfortable. I'm playing that lower press as well, which did cost us against Monaco. But I've continued with it, just sort of hoping that the Monaco result would maybe be a one-off there, the way they kind of exposed us in their fullback positions where we weren't pressing high up on them. I wanted to see if it might just be a one-off, but it could affect us again, as Messi again really should be putting that away. And again, we've only got 2 shots on target. We're hitting early crosses, we're trying to get in behind them, and we've still only got 2 shots on target, even with all the quality that we've got. Really, really disappointing. We've got to do better. The players have reacted well to getting a bit of a telling off. Tactically, I think we're going to move Messi out onto the wing. We're going to let Di Maria be that advanced playmaker. We're just going to have him on support, just dropping a little bit deeper to link the play, hopefully. And I think I'm going to put us onto that higher press for the second half. We're going to get stuck in here. Let's see if we can turn this around in the second half. We've certainly got the players to do it, as we know. But this has been another disappointing performance in front of goal. Really disappointing. Especially when you consider they've only had the one highlight. Let's just berate the team. See if that gets the players motivated. Now, what can we do here? Must get back into this game here, really. Lovely pass for Icardi. Was he onside? It doesn't matter, he's missed it. Oh, absolutely terrible in front of goal the entire season. We have scored a lot of goals just purely through having that high quality of player. But this has not been good enough. Let's start playing a bit more direct. And what changes can we make here? What changes can we make? Neymar has been absolutely abysmal. Let's get Neymar out of here and get Mbappe on. And Leandro Paredes, really, really poor. We're going to see if Isco can give us a little bit of inspiration here as an advanced playmaker or a deep line. We've already got an advanced playmaker in there, so let's see if we can now just really create something here. This is frustrating to see that we have the better team. We're having more shots at goal. We've had double the shots at goal, but the same amount on target. Really, really poor. As we go into the last 10 minutes, what can we change here? We're going to go very attacking. But I really don't know what more we can change. Juan Bernat recovering from injury. We'll change him out. And what other options do we have? I think Rafinha is going to come in for Angel Di Maria just because he's so tired. We'll leave him on that advanced playmaker role, but just now attacking. Just trying to get more balls forward, and we're going to try and get Wijnaldum a little bit more involved as a box-to-box midfielder as well. Let's see if we can just pull something out here. But this is not looking good. I think we're looking at our second defeat of the season. Our second big make or break game in a row. Really disappointing. This is another awful performance. Only 6 shots on target. We had more possession. We had double the shots of Lyon. But we just... If somebody can explain to me how we can have players of this quality, Neymar, Icardi, Messi, with the finishing ability that they've got, and only have 6 shots on target there with all of those chances created. Very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. And the league season now has its question marks because Monaco can now go ahead of us into first place. And it's so frustrating to watch us be the better team in each game in terms of the statistics, but not be taking our chances. Really, really frustrating. We've played trying to get chances into the box. We've played with early crosses. We've played shooting on sight. Nothing seems to change how things are going for us. And well, we are going to move on with this month. We're going to see what happens with the transfers that we've got waiting for us at the moment. We're going to see if we can get hold of Soulé before the end of this window. But yeah, for now we've just got to see what we can possibly change to improve our situation here, because now the league is looking in real doubt, and our Champions League prospects, with our inability to take our chances, are also very much in doubt, because when we come up against those better teams, what are we going to be able to do if we can't score against these teams in league? And how are we going to get on against the likes of Bayern Munich or Real Madrid or Barcelona? It's a very, very difficult situation. So we're going to move on, and before we do, I think we can see here that fortunately Nicolas Soulé has agreed to sign with us. That is a fantastic signing. 5 million, 120,000 a week, and that is just what we need after a disappointing result. He is going to be straight into the team at right back. Okay, well, I think we are going to finish up this episode there on the back of this really disappointing performance and defeat. Just looking at, we've gone a little bit more in depth with the transfers, and we've spent a little bit more time speaking about the squad and what we're trying to do with the makeup of the team. So I think we're going to end right here. I'm a little bit disappointed right now. Just looking at the stats of this game is just depressing me even more. A 2.5 XG. They've got a 1.5 and they've beaten us 1-0. Neymar abysmal. Really, really disappointing. So we will be back for the Lille game, which now has even more importance at the start of February, and we will talk about how the transfer window wrapped up. So for now, give us a like, subscribe if you want to catch the next episode, help us grow, and we will see you for the next one.